So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the picking pattern for this song. Now we should start by getting our first chord ready, which is C. I'm going to show you what the right hand does. I'll start off by demonstrating my thumb pattern, which is basically bouncing back and forth from our root note, which is the A string, to the D string, like this. I keep that going throughout my pattern, and I fill in the gaps on my fingers. So what I did is I start with my thumb here, then I skip a string, so I've got the G with my finger, and I come back down to fill in the missing string with my thumb, so then the D string with my thumb, then I skip a string again to the B string, and once I've done that I go back to my original starting point, follow the same pattern. Now this time, instead of going to the B string, I go to the E string for variation, the high E string there. So what we've got so far is this. And once I've done that, I go back to the C again, back to the root note again, and I follow the first pattern. So skip the string, fill in with the thumb on the D, then go back to the B, and I do that 2 more times. Like that. So this is one loop on the C chord. High E string, B string, B string. So see if you can repeat it now. Hopefully you'll feel that you're getting comfortable with this pattern, and if you are, that's good, because you're well on the way with this song, because we apply that picking pattern for pretty much every chord for the song. So I'm going to do that a couple more times on the C. So now I'm going to show you the other chords for the verse, which are D minor and G. If I was strumming the song, I do it like this, and I'll show you when I go to the D minor and the G. It's like you're trying to get to heaven in a hurry, and the queue was shorter than you thought it would be, and the doorman says you need to get a wristband. So we go to the D minor chord when we say the doorman says, and then G, back to C. Now we do the same picking pattern when we get to the D minor, but our root note now is on the D string. Skip a string, then fill in that string with your thumb, then skip a string again. And we do that pattern twice. Now for the G, it doesn't matter so much which strings we hit, as long as we start with our root note, which is here, and the low E string. But for the purpose of this exercise, I'll use the B string, the G, and the E, the high E there, in that order. Twice, and then we go back to C. Now we repeat that line for the second line of the verse, exactly how we did the first line. Then we go to D minor, G, back to C. Now for the chorus we go to a bar chord, which is F, and the strings that we pick are the E string, the G, the D and the B, in that order. Do it 4 times. So, looking for a new place to begin, and back to C. Exactly the same pattern I showed you for the verse. And then to D minor, same pattern again. Feeling like it's hard to to understand. And then G, same pattern. Back to C, as long as you still keep, and on peppering the pill, we go to C7 by adding our little finger there, and we use the same picking pattern. Back to F, which we used before. You'll find a way to spit it out again. Now on again, which is where I just stopped, we have a nice chord which is a kind of D7 minus our third finger, and we include our thumb on the second fret of the E string to make an F sharp bass, which makes a nice progression up from the F because our bass is just rising to. And the picking pattern is exactly how we did it on the F. So we do the E string, G string, G string, D string and B string in that order. So I'll play that line. You'll find a way to spit it out again. And then we go back to C. Even when you know, to G. And to A minor. The way it's gonna blow. Stay on A minor there. Now just before the last line of the chorus we have this nice descending pattern with the bass strings going A, G, F, because our next chord is an F chord. So I'll show that to you. The way it's gonna blow. Like that. So I'll do that one more time. The way it's gonna blow. And just quickly, on that A minor, our picking pattern is like how it is on the C because our root note is on the A string. And now we go to our F chord. It's hard to get around the wind. So we went from F, it's hard, to G, to get around the wind. So I'll play that chorus one time. Nice and slowly, of course. Looking for a new place to begin. Feeling like it's hard to understand, but as long as you still keep peppering the pill, you'll find a way to spit it out again. And even when you know the way it's gonna blow, it's hard